Hello everyone, welcome to my development log for Sketchbound, which will be a not safe for work adult game. And today I plan on talking about the proof of concept, which I plan on releasing around March. So in this proof of concept, I plan on showing you the most basic systems. They're not polished, it's mainly to show you what this game could be, basically. Now these systems include detection system, a sketching system, the relationship and romance system, the party system, the combat system, and some inventory and item management, which will mainly be two different types of potions, which are a health and mana potion. Now, there will also be small tidbits of the story, some for the mom and some for the main protagonist, but they will be built upon in the update after that. So, the main reason why I would like to release a proof of concept is to mainly gather early feedback and to see if people are actually interested. And hopefully, if you are interested, please join the community so I can eventually hold polls. And the community will be mainly on Discord. Now, I do plan on actually spending time on my Patreon as well, but I don't want to put too much effort into Patreon just yet, because obviously there's no game yet. So it feels a little bit off to spend more time on Patreon than on the game. So proof of concept out of the way. Basically, the very first next update after that will be polishing those set systems and actually build more story content. I would like to have the intro fleshed out pretty early on, probably within the first 4 updates. And I'll add some puzzles there, I'll add like an achievement tracker there, and the achievement tracker isn't necessarily for, hey, I got a nice achievement, but it's mainly so you can make sure you didn't miss anything. Can see this like a progress tracker. For example, I plan on adding a specific character in the prequel town, where if you do specific steps, they will become active later in the story when you're playing as the main protagonist. So in that sense, they're kind of like secrets, and I don't actually want you to miss them. I don't like need you to replay my game like 20 times in order to figure out you missed something. So progress tracker it is. That's kind of like how I concluded that would be the best way, because I would like some secrets here and there, and I don't plan on spoiling them. But you can definitely share them in the Discord, and I'll keep like a list of like, hey, this person found this secret, and therefore you can now all find it. That kind of stuff. So in the progress tracker, you'll see like question marks, but you'll know like which town you're from, like which town the secret is available. So it will kind of become like a little Easter egg hunt for the community in a sense. That's kind of like how I plan on engaging with the community as well. Apart from like the basic stuff like feedback and suggestions and bug reports, like, you know. So, actually building upon those systems. Now, the detection and sketching system, they are very basic, like I said. In the game, you come close or you're standing in their vision, the detection goes up. But eventually I plan on adding like different detection behaviors for different creatures. For now I just have one creature in the game, which is a furry bunny. Anthropomorphic. So yeah. I plan on, for example, I'm working secretly behind the scenes, which you'll not actually see on the very first update. But I'm already kind of working on it, on like a heat system where the player can get sweaty, causing a sweaty status effect, and slimes may like that, you know? Just putting it out there. Along with those kind of things. Now, the relationship and romance system I will talk a little bit about that as well. Eventually, I want you to be able to live or have a building in the city, which will be upgradable, and you can invite people to your house to live with you. These will mainly be creatures that you've already built a relationship with a little bit. It kind of reminded me of Roundscape Adoravia, if I pronounced that properly, where you kind of like had the castle where you every character has like their own room, and you get like scenes and that kind of stuff with different characters as the story progresses. That's kind of how I envision this as well. Um, so keep an eye out for that. And based on the romance and relationship, you'll also be able to gather creature their abilities. And the abilities will mainly be how you get stronger in the game. Because I don't plan on adding a leveling system, I don't plan on adding a equipment system. There will be crafting, which is not gonna be in this proof of concept yet. But there will be crafting to make potions and buffs and that kind of stuff. There will be quest progression where you unlock party slots where you can gather more abilities at a time to get stronger. And of course, based on the creature that you have sketched or build a relationship with, you get new abilities which make you stronger as well. And of course, stronger creatures, maybe even aggressive creatures, may give you different abilities to help cope with other creatures, if that makes sense, or to find out their secrets. Every creature will have their own special interaction, which allows you to unlock specific scenes as well. Kind of like I mentioned, slimes, sweaty status, they love it. They like bodily fluids, so you can guess what happens next. And the crafting system kind of ties into the inventory item management system, where you can craft potions that give you more movement speed, give you better stamina regen, give you fire resistance, poison resistance, because obviously there is gonna be a pretty fleshed out combat system. I plan on adding bosses as well. So keep an eye out for that. The bosses, like every region will have kind of like its own special boss, and there are also specific creatures on the map, which I don't want to spoil too much about yet, but they will also give you special powers. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, like, is there anything else I should tell you right now? And for now, I'm going to say no because nothing comes to mind. However, if you have any questions, please leave them in either the forum post or join my Discord and just feel free to ask. I'm fairly active there pretty much every day, so feel free to ask. Please join my Discord if you're interested. And yeah, eventually maybe my Patreon will be a little bit more active once I at least release the proof of concept. Because yeah, I don't want to be... I would love to work on the game like as much as I can. It's my passion, but you know, I also want to keep it fair and not already ask for money when there's nothing there. So yeah. Yeah, that's it. So have a nice day and thank you for watching, and see you later. Hello. Again, this is actually the second recording I'm doing because I realized that I didn't talk about any of the not safe for work stuff for my not safe for work game, aside from the slime, of course. But I kind of want to talk about my ideas and plans for the actual not safe for work part of the game. I do plan on integrating the not safe for work stuff quite a bit into the game, so of course it won't just be gameplay with a little bit of not safe for work. I do want the not safe for work stuff to be quite prominent. But I also don't want it to be too prominent to the point where it's more like, hey, there is not safe for work with a little bit of gameplay. So how do I plan on implementing the not safe for work stuff? That will mainly be through combat and through the detection and sketching system, along with the relationship and romance, depending on the party as well. So, for example, let's say this is okay. Let me just. There we go. This is a little bit better. So, let's first talk about the party system. The party system will be expendable, if that's even the correct term. My native language is not English, guys. I'm sorry. But you'll be able to expand your party depending on your quest progress. Now, depending on who's in your party, you might be able to get different dialogue with different quests, build relationships, and so on. Now, depending on your relationship with the character, you might unlock scenes, which can happen either in your building, your castle, so to speak, just to make it a little bit more obvious, but it will mainly be like a village house that will be upgradable, by the way. But yeah, so one, it will rely on who is in your party. Then, secondly, it will rely on who is living with you at your house, because you cannot take everyone with you in the party generally. Then there's going to be combat, and in combat, I would like to have specific requirements for you to get combat sex, basically. It will have to depend on your inhibition or your horniness or stuff like that. So, depending on that, plus the creature, for example, an orc, might be a little bit feisty, might be a little bit in the mood, and he traps you with a net, and boom, there you go. You know? Now, what I'm not really sure about yet is some games add like a little window over here on the side, and then this will basically be the gameplay window. But they generally add like the character here with like visuals, right? Of what they're doing or how they look like, that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if I want to add that. I am very open to the idea. I've been debating it. So if you feel like that's a good idea, please tell me. Or if you feel like it's a bad idea, please tell me. Because I was thinking, like, hey, what I kind of like about this is that it shows you what your character looks like at that very moment. Like, are you crouching, for example? Are you crawling? Are you trapped? Are you, like, there are some pretty nice visuals that you can add there. And I feel like it does add a little bit of engagement. However, I'm not sure about that idea. Just tell me if that sucks. I might not add it. Because, on the other hand, it does block part of your screen, which is also a very valuable argument. Secondly, aside from the battle fuck and the relationship and party system, of course, there is also going to be relationships, which I talked about, never mind. The detection system. Every character will have their own, like every creature that's roaming around on the map has their own special interactions. I plan on having neutral sketches and animations, which are more so like, here, look, this is what they look like in their native habitat, I guess. So, for example, if you see them drinking water, if you see them having sex, basically, together, you can sketch that, you'll get images of that, and possibly like a few set of images to show like what they're doing, that kind of stuff. So you can get a natural a neutral kind of sex scene, but when you build relationships with certain creature or you get certain prerequisites, they might also want to engage with you, and you'll get scenes for that. And those will generally cover most of the screen rather than just the side. Um, so yeah, that's a little bit my idea for the not safe for work part of the game. I do want it to be fairly prominent, like I said, but not too much. Like I do want to have good gameplay and good scenes. So yeah, that's it.